Hello everyone, this is the Joke Fiend, and today I want to share with you what I consider to be one of my all-time favorite jokes. It's not the best joke, I know, but this is actually one of my all-time favorites, and oddly enough, half of you guys probably aren't going to understand this joke, and the other half are going to be like, it's really not that funny, I don't see why you like it. But anyways, I'm going to tell it to you guys nonetheless, and the joke goes as this. There's a gentleman, he works in the middle of a busy town at a newspaper stand. One morning, a gentleman comes up to the newspaper stand and simply says, "Do you have any grapes?" The guy behind the newspaper stand looks at him and goes, "No, I don't have any grapes. This is a newspaper stand. I'm sorry, buddy." Looks back to the guy behind the counter and goes, "Oh," and walks away. The very next day, that same guy walks up to the same newspaper stand, sees the same exact guy behind the counter, walks up to him, and says, "Do you have any grapes?" The guy behind the newspaper stand counter goes, "No, I don't have any grapes. This is a newspaper stand. I sell the normal stuff that you would find in a newspaper stand. You know, gum, candy bars, newspapers, pornography magazines, you know, the usual stuff." The guy looks back at the guy behind the counter and goes, "Oh," and walks away. The very next day, the same exact guy walks up to the same exact newspaper stand and sees the same person behind the counter. Walks up to the counter and says, "Do you got any grapes?" The guy behind the newspaper stand goes, "Look, buddy, you're a real asshole, you know that? I told you yesterday I don't have any grapes. I didn't have any grapes the day before that. I'm not going to have grapes tomorrow, and I'm not going to have grapes the day after that. If you come back here ever again and ask me if I have grapes, I'm going to pull out a gun, hold it to your head at point blank range, and shoot you 5 times. Guy looks at the guy behind the counter and goes, "Oh," and walks away. That very next day, the same guy comes back, walks up to the counter, and the guy behind the counter is like, "I don't believe this asshole." Guy looks at the man behind the counter and simply says, "Do you have any bullets?" Guy behind the newsstand is going, "What are you talking about, dude? This is a newspaper stand, not an ammunition dump. I don't sell bullets. I just sell the normal stuff you find at a newspaper stand." Guy looks back at the guy behind the counter again and goes, "Oh. Do you have any grapes?" I love that joke. I really like that joke. See, it's kind of more of a philosophical joke, and you gotta. It's kind of just like a perspective of life and situations. I don't care if you guys like it or not. I love that joke. Anyways, fine, hate me. I love Shane Dawson. That's a good one. That's a good one. No, that's not funny. That's just sinister and mean to say. He's a nice guy. How about I make funny faces? Alright, that's not working either. Have a great day, everyone.